Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy Myers. Welcome to the Live to 110 podcast. You can learn more about me at myersdetox.com. Today, we have a fantastic show. We have my friend Trina Felber of Primal Life Organics Skincare on the show. And we're going to be talking about all things how to detox your skincare products and also how to whiten your teeth naturally. She's got a great new product line out for the teeth and tooth powders and activated charcoal paste that help to whiten your teeth. And a really interesting show. We're going to be making a lot of distinctions about certain things, about how most activated charcoal tooth whitening products on the market, there's a problem with them. We're going to talk about on the show. We're going to talk about why your teeth are sensitive and how to remineralize your teeth, why your gums are bleeding. It maybe have to do with some of the products that you're using, the products with Toxipaste, the toxic toothpaste most people are using, issues with fluoride. We're going to be talking about a lot of interesting things on the show so that you can have beautiful, natural, healthy white teeth. And I'm really excited. I recently lost 12 pounds and I'm really happy because, I work really hard to bring you guys a lot of high quality content. I do so many podcasts and writing and manage my company, Myers Detox. And it just takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of hours. It takes a lot of energy, and it can be stressful at times, to be perfectly honest. So for me, I had been working really long hours and kind of letting myself go a little bit and not really engaging in the self-care that I should have been. And so for me, that's been a real priority, is engaging in self-care and really cutting down my hours. I've dramatically cut down my hours almost in half what I normally used to work, and just thought, the finish line, I'm never going to reach it. I don't want to be racing all the time to this, imaginary finish line. So I decided to cut back on my hours and focus on having a better quality of life and taking time to exercise every morning. I'm getting out in the sun and going for a walk in the neighborhood where I live in. There's a little reservoir, so I've been walking around that. And I've been focusing on eating fewer carbs and not eating any processed foods at all. It's tempting sometimes. So I, like everybody else, I fall prey to that, having some organic chips here or something like that. And so I've cut all that out, cut out my little cracker habit. I like crackers. And I've just been eating lots of vegetables and fresh cooked foods, and really taking the time to cook. That can go to the wayside when you're a really busy mom. I'm a single mom. And so just really, I come last typically, like a lot of single moms. So I've just decided to put myself first and take care of myself, and I feel a lot happier. I feel like I look a lot better and I feel a lot better than I have in like past shows that I've done, and I think I'm just super happy about that. So my point of this is, you really want to think about putting yourself first, reducing stress in your life, and prioritizing yourself, because you will get to where you want to go, but you want to look and feel your best. Stress kills. And if you're constantly stressing out and working really long hours, you're going to pay the price for that with your health. And so I had to remind myself of that personally. And so I'm really happy I'm finally prioritizing myself and my health a little bit more, while still helping you guys meet your health goals. So, and I worked with thousands of clients, helping them to detox their bodies of heavy metals, and I've distilled down my top 10 tips into a checklist. So you can download this checklist for free. There are, tips and things that you can do at home that are absolutely free to detox your body. You can download that at detoxforenergy.com. It's my top 10 tips to detox like a pro checklist. So enjoy that. Our guest today, Trina Felber, she is the CEO of Primal Life Organics. It's a paleo skincare company that she has developed over 100 skin-based skincare solutions to feed the skin. And her entrepreneurial skills and business savvy mindset are an inspiration to women everywhere. I love her. I'm very inspired by her. And she is a natural skincare expert and skin biohacker and is improving the way you feed your skin. She is a 25 plus year experienced nurse with a master's in nursing anesthesia. And Trina is the international best-selling author of Beauty's Dirty Secret, skincare and healthcare related speaker, writer, and her food-based skincare products have been featured on TV stations all over the country. She's dedicated to helping others realize the dangers in everyday cosmetics and skincare and spreading awareness for the importance of using plant-based nutritional skincare products. You can learn more about her at primallifeorganics.com. Trina, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, Wendy, no problem. I love coming and talking to you. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I was just on your podcast, and I love your products. So you're the founder of Primal Life Organics beauty products. They're all non-toxic. They're all natural. I use them myself. I love so many of your products. I use your deodorant. And so I wanted to have you on the show to talk about, one of your latest inventions that you have. But first, let's talk about your background. You have an interesting background. Tell me how a nurse, you're a former nurse, goes from putting someone to sleep with anesthesia to making skincare.
Yeah, it's not the path I ever envisioned myself going down. I thought I was a nurse and that's what I was going to end up doing. And then all of a sudden I got really in tune with my health. And I realized one day, it was after my husband and I got married. I was pregnant, suffered an unfortunate miscarriage, and I started to really do a deep dive, as a lot of pregnant women do, into what their environment is like. I knew that I was fairly healthy, so I started looking at everything around me, and then that's when I realized my skincare was just loaded with toxins that were cancer-causing, neurotoxins, endocrine disruptors, you know the drill, everything. So that's when I became super interested. So I pretty much am one of those people. I'm type A. I'm all in or I'm all out, and I pretty much overnight ditched all of my beauty products and said, if I can't make it, I'm just not going to use it. So I got busy and I started creating skincare made literally from food grade ingredients like oils, essential oils, herbs, clays, things like that.
Yes. Yeah. And so one of your most amazing products that you just developed is things for teeth. So you went from doing skincare and having all kinds of all natural ingredients in skincare to creating something for dental health. So dental health is really important in maintaining overall health, but it's rapidly declining in the United States. Why do you think that is?
So when I talk about dental health, I always tell people that I think we got it wrong in our education of people on how to brush your teeth. The reason you should be brushing your teeth isn't necessarily to clean your teeth, because your saliva, your saliva is what you produce to actually clean the acids away, the food particles away from your mouth. Most of us don't produce enough saliva because of the things we put in our mouth cuts down on our saliva. So that's the main problem. But the reason we should be brushing our teeth is really to put the minerals back in our teeth. Our teeth are made with minerals, and the minerals, it's like a gateway. The minerals go in and out of your teeth pretty regularly. And when you have an outflux that's greater than what you're putting back in, that's when you end up with sensitive teeth, which ultimately can lead to cavities, needing root canals and fillings and things like that. So, my interest in the teeth really started when my daughter was at the age of 2 and had a molar come in that had a natural cavity in it. And the dentist told me that tooth wasn't going to last more than a year. So we put a temporary filling in it, and I started doing my research and found that there were some better ingredients out there, ingredients that are natural, that actually have minerals in them that can replace the minerals in your teeth. And so I started formulating a powder made with different clays. And I'm happy to say that today my daughter's 10 and she still has that tooth that was supposed to fall out within a year. And it's my dental health is inclined as well. But the problem isn't just with brushing our teeth. It's the products that we're using. You've got harsh ingredients in regular commercial toothpaste, SLS, triclosan, glycerin, that can hurt not just your teeth, but your gum tissue. Most of us suffer from bleeding gums. And if you suffer from bleeding gums, a lot of times that's a portal of entry for bacteria and other things into your mouth or into your body, including inflammation inside your body. So by using harsh ingredients, you're stripping away the natural biome that can live inside your mouth and protect you, as well as you're not replacing any of the enamel or the minerals lost in your enamel. So my interest really became apparent when my daughter had her issue and trying to save that tooth.
Yeah, let's talk about demineralization, because this is something I've talked a lot about on the podcast, the importance of mineralizing your body, and that includes your teeth. But let's talk about the demineralization of tooth enamel and if that can be reversed.
Yeah, I brought my friendly little friend here. So this is the tooth. I love dental health. Okay, so when we're talking about demineralization happens all along your the tooth part of the tooth that you see. Obviously, your root goes way deeper. What I want to point out to everybody is that you cannot take a supplement to replace the minerals you're losing from your teeth. So demineralization is just the process of minerals leaving the surface of your tooth, the enamel. If there's more, like I mentioned, if there's more loss than you replace, and I can talk about how you replace those minerals, but if there's more loss, then you're going to end up, where's my camera, with what this looks like right here, this is an actual cavity that goes into the enamel and the dentin. But on the surface, when you lose minerals, you'll lose it at the surface first. So demineralization is really just the loss. But what I want you to notice is that this is your blood supply. You cannot take a supplement to replace the minerals in your teeth. The blood supply does not support the enamel. So you can't. It has to all happen in your mouth, which is part of the problem of why not just we're using the wrong type of paste, but the problem is our diet and our soil. So our diet is now very acidic, highly processed, has a low mineral content. But the other problem is a soil. Even if you're eating organic foods, our soil is so depleted now that you would have to eat probably 12 carrots when your grandparents probably could eat 2 carrots to get the right minerals. And the minerals, like I said, have to be inside your mouth to actually go back into your enamel.
Yeah, and that's why I love your tooth powder. I've been using your tooth powders for a while, and you can feel it. You can feel the clays and everything, they have minerals in them, and it helps to fill in those holes, the little areas that have been demineralized.
Yeah, so the clays that I chose, I have white kaolin, bentonite, and French green clay. So I chose 3 different clays. They're unique in different ways. So the bentonite and the white kaolin both contain a lot of minerals that your teeth need. So the minerals have to be in the ion form. So when you are brushing with paste, I call it toxapaste, but when you're brushing with toxapaste, there's no mineral content. So you're basically just brushing your teeth to clean them, clean the surface. You can do the same thing with water. It's the action of brushing your teeth, which is actually what's cleaning them. But there's no minerals in toxapaste. So what I did when I formulated this was found 3 different clays that are rich in the same minerals in the ion form, so that while you're brushing your teeth with the tooth powder, you're brushing the minerals right back into those areas. The minerals have to come into contact with those spots that have lost the minerals. The other problem with toothpaste is that it contains glycerin. And glycerin, I like to explain to people, a lot of people have sensitive teeth. Most people have sensitive teeth. And what that means is basically you've lost some minerals in your teeth, and if you don't replace them, you're going to end up with cavities or worse. Commercial toothpaste has glycerin. Glycerin can put a Band-Aid coating over that the spots. And that's why you don't feel, especially for sensitive toothpaste, you don't feel that sensitivity anymore. But the glycerin does not allow healing of that tooth. It doesn't allow the minerals to be replaced in that tooth. So over time, you're not doing anything to promote the health of your teeth. In fact, if the glycerin gets removed, that sensitivity is still there. And that's proven by people that switch to dirty mouth tooth powder. What that does is it takes the Band-Aid off, which is the glycerin, exposes that area that's demineralized. And as you're brushing with the tooth powder, it usually only takes 2 or 3 brushings. You can actually fill in that area and that sensitivity can go away permanently, which is then promoting the health of your teeth.
I can attest to that personally because for years I had really sensitive teeth because I had a horrible diet, in the past. And I used Sensodyne toothpaste for years and years and years because I had very sensitive teeth. And then when I started using natural toothpaste, I started using yours. I don't have sensitive teeth ever. I don't even think about it. I don't have bleeding gums anymore. I used to floss my teeth and every gap would bleed. Because I was using the Toxapaste in the past.
Well, and it's funny because before I always tell this story of my daughter, but what I never think, because it's so prominent, you can live with bleeding gums and sensitive teeth, but when you have a daughter that has a tooth, you're like, I'll repair that. But right before, you know what I mean? But right before I made this for her, I suffered from 2 broken teeth within 6 months, and my teeth were sensitive and my gums were bleeding. And what's really funny is since I've been using this, my teeth, they're perfect. I haven't even been to the dentist in 5 years. Yeah. I mean, the sensitivity's gone. I haven't had any broken teeth, my gum tissue. And what happens is because clay is very neutral, it's very gentle on gum tissue, as we know. Like you make face masks out of it. You can do a lot of things. You can internally take it for detox and things like that. But it's really gentle, so it doesn't destroy your natural bacteria so that you can actually prevent the overgrowth of bad bacteria, which then leads to gingivitis and all sorts of periodontal diseases. So it's very productive. The other clay that I put in here is French green clay, which is really, really good because it has the phytonutrients like LJ and the healing properties of the phytonutrients, the plant nutrients, are really good for your gum tissue as well as your teeth. So
yeah. And let's talk a little bit about fluoride. So fluoride is in most toothpaste, Toxapaste, and when you go to your dentist, they're always trying to push a fluoride gel or rinse on you or sealant. What's wrong with fluoride?
So fluoride is it's neurotoxic. I mean, among other things, it's neurotoxic. There's no need for it. There's really no need for it. When you're thinking about your teeth, you have to consider the fact that they're minerals. And fluoride's not going to replace the minerals. It's not going to strengthen your teeth the way real minerals will. The phosphorus, the calcium, things like that. That's what your teeth need. So the fluoride, besides being neurotoxic, it's really not doing anything for your dental health. It's not really improving dental health. And we've proven that because we fluorinated water, we fluorinated toothpaste, we fluorinated a lot of things, and the dental health is still declining. So why are we still doing that? It doesn't make sense. And, if you ever see kids with those whitish spots on their teeth, that's actually fluorinosis, I think is what it's called. It's actually a sign of too much fluoride in their system.
Yes. Yeah. And it causes thyroid issues. It interferes in thyroid function, iodine uptake in the thyroid. It demineralizes your bones. It's horrible for you.
It's horrible.
It's insane that we're putting it in our mouth every single day.
And it's not needed. It's so not needed. That's the scary part. And it's the kids that I worry about because they're so exposed to it. They're exposed to it so young. As we were growing up, it might not have been that much of a, exposure issue, but now it's in so many things and the exposure of everything that we expose our kids to. It's just really scary.
Well, let's talk about whitening your teeth. There's a lot of products in the market. Everyone's going crazy, trying to whiten their teeth. Everybody wants white teeth. And I've even done the laser whitening before, where you put a gel on your teeth and the dentist lasers you. It's the most excruciating thing I have ever experienced. Because at the time I was, not so natural and not using natural toothpaste. I had the tooth sensitivity at that time, and it's excruciating. The pain, I can't even begin to describe it.
Peroxide. Yeah, peroxide is usually the ingredient. We always said bleaching our teeth, which really, like, why did we even think that sounded healthy? Like, I always
Yeah.
talked about, like, because I did the same thing, and I would suffer through the 20 or 30 minutes with the trays in my mouth, and my teeth felt like they had pins and needles
Oh
in them.
God. I can
Remember
do
that?
them. Yes, I've done this before too. It's
Uh-huh.
excruciating.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
peroxide. It's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your gum tissue. And you ultimately swallow it because you're salivating, and it's very harsh on your esophagus. That's delicate tissue. So, I got creative and decided that I needed something, because the tooth powder itself will whiten. So just so everybody knows, the tooth powder itself, the clays actually bind and pull off stains off your teeth. But to ramp it up to the next level, because I'm not a girl that settles for anything, I wanted to create something that was really out of this world for whitening your teeth and completely natural. So what I did is develop, this is what it is. Let me unplug it so you can see it. So it's an LED teeth whitener. So it has 8 LEDs on the top, 8 LEDs on the bottom. So it uses blue light technology, which it's set to the 480 nanometers to actually whiten teeth. So you can use this device, whitens top and bottom at the same time. But the blue light Harvard did a study that the blue light cuts down on the bacteria that can cause gingivitis. So not only will it help whiten your teeth, but it also helps kill the bacteria that whitens your teeth. But the best thing, this is what I'm so proud of, because peroxide is so damaging, I wanted to create something that was really super safe and not harming or hurting your mouth while you're doing this. So I created, it's called Boost whitening paste. It's activated charcoal. So it uses activated charcoal, which we know now everybody's into charcoal, helps to pull toxins, pull stains off your teeth. So it whitens, but I infused it into olive oil. So if you've ever done oil pulling, most people use coconut oil, but olive oil is actually better than coconut oil for oil pulling. So because it whitens your teeth and it helps repair gum tissue and things like that. So I infused activated charcoal, some clays, essential oils that help whiten your teeth, all in olive oil. And it not only will whiten your teeth, but it actually polishes them, cleans them, and remember the minerals that I talked about? The clays are in there. So if you have sensitive teeth, this is the best system because it actually holds the paste on your teeth to allow those minerals to reabsorb. So you're going to be doing a couple things at once while you're actually whitening your teeth. The best thing about this, because I'm a girl that loses all of my plugs. Yeah. So I attached it, right? I can't lose these. And so you have a USB, there's an Android and the iPhone adapter.
Oh,
and
that's great.
all you do is you plug it right into your iPhone or phone, Android. It turns on. I put the whitening paste on my teeth, and I set my timer on my phone for 20 minutes. I pop this in my mouth, put this in my pocket. Most of the time I do dishes when I'm whitening my teeth.
And for anyone watching or anyone listening, Trina is holding almost like a mouth tray that's lit up. It's like white, like a white blue light. And you put that mouth tray, the tooth tray, into your mouth. And just how long do you use it for?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah. And usually most people do about 4 times a week for about 4 weeks. And then once your teeth are where you want them, you just do it once or twice a week. It's That's so great. Simple.
No pain. No pain, no peroxide, no toxins.
Yeah.
That's so brilliant because it's so hot right now because everyone wants to whiten their teeth. I want whiter teeth. I had the laser tooth whitening probably 10 years ago or so before I started getting pregnant with Winter. But they're, kind of discolored again from drinking tea and coffee and things like that. It's something you have to
send you one.
Yes, please.
Sending you one.
Please.
You have to try it. It's totally different because you expect that stinging sensation, but with the activated charcoal and the olive oil, it's totally different. And it tastes good. It actually tastes good because it has the essential oils. So it's actually a good flavor in your mouth while you're doing this. So the only thing you can't do is you can't talk when you have this in. But otherwise,
that's going to be a problem for me.
Do it when you need some quiet time. You can meditate when you're using this. I've done stretches. I've actually grocery shopped with this in.
And I'm sure everyone's stopping you, asking you, "What are you doing? What is that?" Or looking at you funny.
Yeah,
but I can't talk. I'm whitening my teeth.
Whitening my teeth. Here, go here. I'll just pass out cards. Go
Yeah.
here to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about a special offer you have for the listeners regarding your tooth whitening system.
So you know what? They can take 20% off their entire order. So they'll get 20% off. What I didn't mention is when you buy the LED kit, which has a travel case and the LED, you get a free boost whitening paste with it. So this is enough for 20 treatments. So this is about a 1 month supply. But you can just take 20% off your entire order. So if they want to get some tooth powder or anything else, then they can take 20% off. And the coupon they can use would be live to 110.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, live to 110. So
yeah. So LIVETO 110.
Yeah.
For the coupon code.
Yeah.
Great.
That'll work.
Great. Yeah, and tell us about some of the other products that you have. I mean, I love your carrot face wash. I use that myself. I love your coffee bean serum because I think that's really a secret to beauty is using the coffee bean serum and really stimulating blood supply to your skin. And it's like that's one of the things that I use. And you have so many good products. Can you tell us about some of your most popular ones?
Oh, absolutely. So my face products are my favorite because I'll be 50 this year, and I have always wanted to look younger, like everybody else, all the women and men, you just don't want to look your age. So yeah. I have really strived to try and make the best products to prevent aging. And what I found was by combining the right oils and essential oils, it benefits all skin types and it's anti-aging. So what I created was a bunch of different serums and face washes, and I have a whole line of products with the best ingredients, not watered down. I put no water. It's all active ingredients. The coffee bean that you mentioned, the coffee bean serum, is one of my favorites, not because it smells like coffee. I love coffee. But coffee, when you smell it, it calms your brain. So what I love about the coffee bean face serum, because it's really good for your skin. It's got antioxidants. It's got a little bit of caffeine. It's got a little bit of collagen in it. So it really stimulates your skin and absorbs very quickly. But I love the fact that by smelling it, it calms my brain. So in 20 minutes when I go drink my coffee, I have this calm caffeinated brain so I can think better. Yes. So it's really cool. So that's really good. But most people when they switch, they'll buy a face system, which has the face wash, toner, serum, and moisturizer in it. And one of the comments I get all the time is how amazing the face wash is because it doesn't dry your skin out. It uses saponified oils. We use saponified oils, which is a way to use the oil to cleanse your skin without stripping away your natural oils. Your natural oils are very protective. It allows your natural biome to stay and live and grow, which protects you. And it keeps you moisturized and hydrated. And the key to looking younger is just staying hydrated. That's part of the key. So many products out there use water as the first ingredient, and water evaporates off your skin. And as it evaporates, it takes your moisture with it and cuts down on your natural oil production. It just dehydrates your skin. So you're going to see your wrinkles, you're going to see your defects, which would be discolorations and scars and things like that. But as soon as you flip the switch and put oil on your skin and it starts to penetrate and you add some really good nutrients to it, you can really revitalize your skin very quickly. So the face wash is really important. Using a great serum, the vitamin C serum or the coffee bean serum are my favorites.
Yeah, every night I put a serum on my face. I look like a greasy pig. I always make sure that's my rule. I have to put on some sort of facial oil. Yeah. Something that's like kind of heavy, like a night cream or whatnot. And I use the coffee bean. I use a couple of your other products to, make sure I have that moisture barrier before I go to sleep. And I've done that since I was, a teenager, actually.
And your skin looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm 45. I'm going to be 46 this year. But that's my rule. I have to wash my face every night before I go to bed and put on, a heavy oil, a facial oil. And yeah, but a lot of products out there. I did a big project when I went to USC about a line of facial products, and a lot of I did a lot of research. A lot of products use silicone. They use in their products to give when you put the cream on your skin, it feels really smooth. It feels really slippery. It fills in your wrinkles, but it's just this synthetic product you're putting on your skin that might feel good. It might feel silky. It might make your skin feel really silky, but it's just synthetic. It's just a mirage.
Yeah, right. And it's like the Band-Aid that I talked about with the tooth. It might do something in the short term, but long term, the health benefits are totally not worth it. I talk a little bit when I talk about my vitamin C serum, because my vitamin C serum is different than every other one out there. So what I did was I took oils that were rich in vitamin C and infused super fruits, some super berries like acai berries and goji berries and things like that into the oils. So they're very high in vitamin C. So it's a different kind of vitamin C than what most people are used to. The normal vitamin C serum has L-ascorbic acid in it. Now, L-ascorbic acid is not oil soluble. So in order to put it in an oil, they have to mix it with some sort of chemical. The chemical that's most commonly used causes cell death. And I'm like, why? That makes no sense. Like you're buying it for, the anti-aging properties to rejuvenate your skin.
But it kills you. It kills your face.
It's going to kill you. You're going to look older. In 10 years, you're going to look like you're 90 when you're 50. So really, what's the point? Like, that's the problem with skincare today is they glamorize all the good things. But the problem is all the bad things they put in there, like fragrance, it'll kill you in the long run. You're not going to look better. It's going to dehydrate your skin, disrupt your normal cell function, and possibly even cause cancer or endocrine problems.
Yeah, not to mention your hormones, interfering with your hormones. There's a reason so many women have hormone issues and low libido, and their skin looks terrible because they have low estrogen levels. There's all these estrogen mimicking hormones, perfumes, and parabens, which are preservatives, in the products. And the beauty products are putting on their skin and absorbing through their skin every single day. It's insane.
And it really, like when the studies have been done, there's different figures out there, but women use, 12 to 15 beauty products every day. And, in my opinion, it's not the harmful one. It's the harmful of all of them because they all contain similar ingredients when you're using similar type products, off the shelf. They're all using parabens and phthalates and the silicone and the things like that, PEG and fragrance. And it's that combination. It's almost like an overexposure, an overdose of those ingredients. If you were just using one, it's probably not going to hurt you, but if you're constantly applying different things, and makeup too. Makeup is another thing that women don't realize. Even mineral makeup, I blow people away when I say mineral makeup is basically toxic because the minerals are washed in chemicals because in order to put them in cosmetics, they have to be washed, but they're washed in chemicals, and then those chemicals just sit right on your face all day being absorbed.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have a little comment to make about some of my clients' hair mineral analysis that I do. They're very toxic in bismuth. And I always know what product line they're using. It's called Bare Minerals. They are extremely toxic in bismuth. And I have clients, it's just 10x off the charts in bismuth because they're just putting it's just in that product line. So I don't want to call them out so much, but people need to know that some of these mineral makeups are not all natural.
Right. And you do absorb it. Like we get to, we desensitize ourselves to what we do every day. And we don't stop and think that what I'm putting on my face, even makeup, as harmless as it sounds, it's only a little bit here and there. But you wear it all day and it does cross the barrier. It gets in mainly because your own oils will help carry it in, and the oils of your creams and things like that help carry it in. And it does a lot of harm inside. So yeah, I created a makeup line where all the color comes from food. So, I like I say, I'm type A, and when I'm all in, I'm all in. So
yeah, I love it that you've created this amazing product line. I love what you're doing, and I love your message. It's so important to scream from the rooftops. You have to stop using these toxic products that are just being sold to millions of women with the promise of making them healthy and younger looking and beautiful, and it's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, deodorant's the other one, the other big product. When people ask me where to start, because it gets overwhelming, I'll be the first to admit it gets overwhelming. I actually have a starter pack that I put together because it's so overwhelming. But deodorant and tooth powder or toothpaste. That's what I usually say. Switch those two things. Those are staples you're using every single day, most of the time, twice a day for the toothpaste, and then start looking at your other products and prioritize. What do I use the most of? When I'm out of face wash, I'm going to buy a good face wash. When I'm out of something, replace it with something else.
Yeah, Rome was not built in a day. And
Right.
I felt the same way. I felt overwhelmed when I first started learning about toxins. And I've been putting beauty products on my face every single day, morning, noon, and night, thinking I was doing something good. So I had a lot of products. And so I just said, I'm going to do one section at a time. When, like you said, when something runs out, replace it with something natural and organic and healthy. And deodorant, I love your dirty peppermint deodorant. That's my favorite because it has clays in it.
Clays. Well, we don't have the dirty peppermint anymore.
Oh,
Let me
you
show
don't?
you.
Oh, shoot.
No, we have. Let me grab this one.
Well, I bought a bunch of it. I have like a backlog. I bought a bunch of them.
So we reformulated recently.
Okay.
I'll just send you some. This packaging just came in today, so I have to show you the packaging.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we just reformulated. I love this deodorant now. We've gotten really good reviews. I took out the baking soda. Baking soda changes the pH, so it causes a rash in so many people. And even if it doesn't happen the first time, over time, it just changes your pH under your pit, and it can cause a bad rash. So I took out the baking soda, and the nurse in me wanted to find something that would just help your body be more efficient. So what I found is that magnesium, as you know, most people are deficient in magnesium, and magnesium does a ton of stuff for your body. It helps with your heart and your muscles and all sorts but for your body odor, it helps you deodorize more efficiently internally. So I put magnesium and zinc oxide. Magnesium internally will help you deodorize, but externally it kills the bacteria. There's two ways you can have body odor: caused by bacteria and also by short fatty acids that live under your armpit. So I kill them in both ways. The magnesium kills the bacteria, and the zinc oxide converts the short fatty acids to zinc salt, and zinc salt is odorless. Oh, wow. So it's really effective. And then the dry feeling comes from clay. It comes from charcoal if you're getting the black formula, and it comes from arrowroot powder. And then there's a little bit of hemp seed oil because hemp seed helps with fighting body odor as well. So it's really, really good. Yeah.
Yes, I want to try that.
I'll send you some too. I'll send you. The new packaging just came in, but this is like the trial. So we're still shipping in the old packaging right now. We're doing the conversion, but I'm so excited to get the eco-friendly cardboard push-up container.
Yeah, I love that. I love it when companies are mindful of that and doing the eco-friendly packaging to help the environment. I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So I'll send you some deodorant, and I'll send you the LED whitener.
Yeah, do that. I'll do a little unboxing.
Yeah.
I'll do a little video because like I said, I really love your products. I'm not just saying that. I do use them, and I'm really excited to use the tooth whitener.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've got some people that have sent some before and after pictures. And even just after one or two uses, you can really see a difference. It really brightens it up. And
I'll have to do that. I'll have to do a before and after photo.
Yeah. And it's so cool because it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't hurt. Like the activated charcoal just does a great job. Mm-hmm. And then, the essential oils, and the oil base just is the key instead of that nasty peroxide.
Yeah, I've been using your charcoal tooth powder. You have a charcoal. It's a dirty peppermint tooth powder.
The black peppermint. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that a lot because I've been using that to get stains off of my teeth because that's one of the best natural ways to remove stains. Like I said, I drink coffee and tea, and so I'm concerned about that staining my teeth.
Yeah, so the black formula, I have one here. The black formula of the tooth powder is the exact same formula as the white. So you're still going to get the clay. So a lot of people, there's companies out there selling just charcoal, and people are brushing with that. And my concern with that is they're not replacing minerals because charcoal itself doesn't have the minerals in it. That's the same problem with baking soda. A lot of people say, oh, I'm okay. I just brushed with baking soda. Well, the problem is it doesn't have minerals in it. So it's not going to actually promote health long-term for your teeth. It's going to clean them, but remember, you're not brushing your teeth to clean them. You really are brushing them to put the minerals back in. So the black formula has charcoal added to the 3 clays. So you're still getting the benefits of the remineralization as well as pulling the stains off your teeth as well. Yes. So it's just a little messy because charcoal's messy.
I was thinking that exact same thing because I had this thing where I turned it over accidentally, and I like was unscrewing the top, and a bunch of the powder went all over the sink. That was fun cleaning up. Just black powder everywhere. You have to be careful with it.
And what I tell people is after you don't need much. Let me show just so people know.
Yeah, just a tiny little bit. Like you just kind of barely dip your toothbrush into it.
So this is the charcoal toothbrush. It's black. It's perfect, so you can see. So there's actually charcoal infused into there. But you wet your brush down, and I shake off the excess water, and you just dip your tip. I tap it, and whatever ends up on your brush, that's it, guys. That's all you need. You don't even need this much, probably.
Yeah, but I've had the little black peppermint thing forever. I mean, you don't need to use that much at all.
No, it works really well. And we're just used to the toothpaste gob. If you actually flip it over and read it, it says 1% active ingredient. That's it. And it's the fluoride. Yeah. So it's 1% active ingredient. This is 100%. So if you only use 1% of, you would need to use 99% more of this to get the same, or the other one to get the same results of the Dirty Mouth tooth powder. That's how much less you need, because their active ingredient is 1%, where mine is 100. Wow. So that's the difference. It's hard for people to convert their brain. They get this packaging and they're like, it's tiny, it's tiny. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have any fillers.
You don't need anything. You don't need that much of it at all.
And long time ago, they brushed their teeth with dirt. That's really what they brush their teeth with. They use sticks to clean and dirt to brush their teeth. And they weren't shoveling dirt in their mouth to brush their teeth. It was just dipping and brushing. And that's really...
I know. I did that before, actually, because when I was 25, I went on this survival camp in Mexico. I went to Chihuahua, Mexico, and Copper Canyon. I was on a survival retreat. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I was, feeling the need for some adventure. And so we went hunting for a special plant that had a stick, and at the end of it was a toothbrush, bristles, and then we used some clay that we found to brush our teeth, and it was, really exciting and adventurous.
You were an entrepreneur. You just didn't realize it. You're like, wow, I should just market this.
Exactly. Well, fun. Trina, thanks so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else you want to leave us with? Any, closing thoughts that you want the listeners to know?
I just tell people, flip it over. Everything that you're using, just become aware of what you're using, and know that natural skincare might sound more expensive or look more expensive, but the bottles might be a lot tinier, but that's because it's healthier and you don't need as much. So, my little jar will go longer than a tube, and it's ultimately healthier, so it's saving you money. And, people can find me on primallifeorganics.com. We're on Facebook, Primal Life Organics. We've got Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We're all over the place. So
fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing all of your knowledge about natural skincare and organic skincare. And thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Wendy. You guys, thanks for having me. And I just love your audience. You guys are perfect for me because you get it. You totally get it. You're on your way to better health. And that's exactly what I promote as well.
Yes, you got to detox your skin, detox your beauty products.
Totally.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you so much for listening. I'm Wendy Myers. You can find me at myersdetox.com. You can also find me on youtube.com/Wendy Myers. I'm going to be starting to do some unboxing of all kinds of my favorite products. You guys are always asking me what kind of products do I use, and I definitely use Primal Life Organics. So I'm going to start teaching you guys a little bit more about what I use at home and doing videos of me living a toxin-free life at home. So thanks so much for listening, and I will talk to you guys next week.